and welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be talking about the polishes that I wore in the month of April 2022. Last month when I did this, I talked about how I just wasn't feeling anything, any polish, any color, nothing really seemed to grab my attention. But thankfully this month I had a good variety of polishes and I felt better about polishes. I was having more fun with what I was wearing. So yeah, I was definitely happier polish-wise this month. All right, let's get into what I wore. First up, I wore Essie's World is Your Oyster, and I hadn't tried this one before, so I was excited to try it because it's a, purpley color, and you guys know I love purple, but I don't know, for some reason, I just didn't really like it. I guess I expected it to be like a little more shimmery, and it was actually more of a pearlized finish, and I'm not a huge fan of pearl finishes, so I think that's why it wasn't my, ultimate favorite, but it was still a pretty one, and I am glad that I've been like wanting to try as many Essies as possible because I have so many. I just want to try them all. I want to have a swatch picture for them. So that's why I went in with this one, because it had been one that I wanted to try for a while. So I thought, springtime is the perfect time to try this one out. And I do believe it looks like a really good color for spring. But yeah, it just wasn't my thing. Next up, I wore OPI's Alcatraz Rocks, and I loved this one. I am a huge fan of textured polishes, and this one was absolutely gorgeous. I cannot get enough of textured polishes. Anytime I go to a nail beauty supply store and I see these older OPIs with the textures, I always grab them because they are just so beautiful to me. I wish that OPI would, do these finishes again. I feel like now they kind of play it safe with creams and some shimmers. I would really love to see more of these liquid sand, which is what they call the textured polishes. I would love to see more of these liquid sand polishes. They are so gorgeous. I know that not everybody likes textured polishes, and many of you probably feel like textured polishes already had their moment, but I love them and I can't get enough of them, and I pick them up anytime I see them. Next up, I actually did a Skittle Manicure, and that's a little rare for me because I'm not huge on Skittle manicures, but this past month, for some reason, I was kind of obsessed with them, and I actually did a few of them. So this one, I gotta read off the polishes because there was a few of them. This one was an Orly manicure, and it was Kaleidoscope Eyes, Scenic Root, which that one is my all-time favorite polish. I think if you asked me what polish I couldn't live without, I would have to say Scenic Root. It's just, I don't know, there's just something about it. I absolutely love it. The next polish I wore for the Skittle Mani was Lips Like Sugar, For the First Time, and Purple Crush. I actually have pictures of this manicure and a reel on this manicure on my Instagram at Nail Lacquer Therapy. I really love this Skittle. The purpley pinks are my absolute favorite. Orly does them so well. They actually have quite a few of them, so that's how I was able to do this Skittle. It's just really pretty, and it was popular on Instagram. I think the reel has over like 40,000 views, which is just crazy to me that so many people would view just a regular Skittle Mani. So this one was a lot of fun for me. I for sure enjoyed it. Next up, I wore Essie's It Sundown, and this one is from the Summer 2022 collection. I just had to wear it. It looked so beautiful. I loved it when I swatched it. I had to wear it. I wore it. I took some pictures in the sunlight, and I was obsessed. It's really beautiful. I love these orangey yellowish colors. They're some of my favorites, and Essie has been doing them really well lately, so this one was a lot of fun for me. Next up, I wore another Essie, and this one is Essie Viva Antigua. Is it Antigua? I think so. I don't know. So I did wear quite a few Essies this month because, like I said, I want to swatch them as much as possible, wear them, and, just really appreciate my Essie collection since it is such a large collection. And this one I really enjoyed. It has beautiful shimmer running throughout. I really enjoyed it. It was really, really nice. The same day that I did that manicure, I actually did a new pedicure with an Essie Expressie color, Secondhand First Love. Really pretty shade. Again, no pictures of my pedicure. But those are the types of shades that I don't really wear on my nails all that often. So I always use them for pedicures because I have them, so might as well use them. It's a really pretty shade. I actually kind of find that the odd Expressie brush works better for my toes. So maybe if you don't really like the way that it works for your fingernails, use them on your toes. I actually found that it helped me, get a better pedicure, get a better, paint job on my toes. So I really do think that I will be using my Expressies now for pedicures because that worked out nicely for me. That was the only pedicure that I did in the month of April. I actually am still wearing it. I need to take it off, put something new on, but I mean, we all know that a pedicure lasts 1,000 years on your toes. If only it would be the same with our fingernails. Okay, next up I did another Skittle Mani, and this one was for my Easter Mani, and I wore, these are all Essies, Sing Songbird Along, which is from the Spring 2022 collection, Daydrift Away, Flight of Fantasy, Virgin Snow, Fiji, and then the topper that I used is from Pinnacle Polish. It's called Truth. I absolutely adore this manicure. I did not want to take it off. Like, I kept looking at my nails and I would tell my husband, this manicure makes me happy. So I really, really enjoyed this manicure. I really love the topper. It's actually, I bought the topper when the brand was still Dizzy Lizzy, but now they are Pinnacle Polish and they have some really nice stuff. I haven't bought as much as I would like from them, but I have bought a few things and I've liked everything I've bought. So if you're wanting to try some different things, definitely go and check them out. Like I said, they are Pinnacle Polish on Instagram and Etsy. Next up, I wore China Glaze's Bar Hopping, and I wore this one because of Just Face 90. I was watching some of her old swatch videos, which I like to do to look at older polishes and just see what I might like. And I saw her swatch this one and I really loved it. This is the type of polish that I really, really love. I've said it before, but when I used to go and get my nails done at the salon, I would always lean towards a color like this. So as soon as I saw it and, saw that it had a good formula, I was looking it up and thankfully it was at Head to Toe Beauty, and I've mentioned that that's their actual physical store is only 10 minutes away from where I live. So I got in the car and went and picked it up. So this one was fun for me for sure. Next up, I wore a polish from Bluebird Lacquer, and this one is called Back on My Boosheet. You know what it means. This one I think is the second Bluebird lacquer that I try, and so far so good. They have really good formulas. This one is packed crazy with flakes. It's really pretty. The color is not quite my thing, so that's why this polish is currently on my D-Stash, nail lacquer D-Stash on Instagram. I will link it down below in my description box in case you're interested. So yeah, whenever there's a polish that I'm just not feeling, it's not my thing, I will go ahead and list it for sale on my D-Stash because it just continues to help me be able to purchase collections to review for you guys. So yeah, I'll link that down below in case you want to go shopping. There's not much on there right now, but I do add things, here and there. So maybe you want to check that out. Next up, we've got another Essie. This one is Essie's Sweet Talker, and I actually purchased this one from somebody selling a bunch of older Essies on Facebook. I think I purchased like 15 at a time from them, but they were cheap. They were only between $2 to $5, so I had to jump on that one, and this one was one of them. It was not my favorite color. I don't know, I just don't like the way that these colors look on me. I kept looking at my nails and thinking, it just looks off. Like, it doesn't look right for my skin tone. I don't know, my personal preference. the polish itself was perfectly fine. It had a beautiful formula, nothing wrong with it, but my personal preferences just didn't really like this shade on me. Next up, I wore OPI's Push and Shove from their Gwen Stefani line. This one, again, was another influence from JessFace90. I was watching older videos and she mentioned that it's like a mirror-like chrome and it was a good one, and I've always been interested in those types of polishes, but I never knew where to start, like what's a good one, what's not a good one. So I went on eBay and this one was only like $5 or $6, so I picked it up and it brought the little special base coat with it. I wore it for a day and I actually didn't have, you know, any wear, which I was surprised because normally with like a chrome polish, there's gonna be a lot of wear. It's only something that you can wear for like a night or a day. It actually said it on the OPI box that this is just a one night polish. You're not gonna get a ton of wear out of it. It's just the nature of chrome polishes. And I wore it for a day and didn't have any issues. It was really cool. I enjoyed it. I wouldn't say it was mirror-like, but it was just a fun polish. I'm glad that I picked it up. Next up, I wore Painted Polish's Blossom Buddies from their latest Lilac collection. I love this one. I actually had to keep myself from buying the entire collection because I love purple, so this collection was right up my alley. But I only bought this one and I bought Stamped in Lilac because a one coat lilac like that, oh, it's beautiful. This one, I loved it, loved the glitters on it. I just can't say enough good things about it. It has a great formula, 2-coat coverage. I loved it. It was just beautiful. And the very last polish I wore in the month of April 2022 is from the brand Color Department by Sincerely Jewels. This one is called Strawberry Jam. I got it at TJ Maxx. This brand started to pop up at TJ Maxx recently. It was like $3.99. I love the bottle. Well, not so much the bottle. I'm not a huge fan of rectangular bottles, but I do like the cap. I thought, okay, this cap is probably going to be a little bit weird to hold as I'm painting my nails, but it actually was not. It was perfectly comfortable to use. I didn't have an issue with the cap whatsoever. I will say that the formula of this pink one was not my favorite. I needed 3 coats, and even then I don't know, it didn't seem to quite self-level the way that I like. So I was a bit disappointed with the formula on this one. The color I love, the bottle cap I love, but yeah, the formula on this one's not my favorite. I did buy 4 of them from TJ Maxx, so I am definitely gonna try another one and see if maybe it was just the pink one that didn't have the greatest formula in the world. So we'll see. I bought the blue one, which I'm very interested in trying, and then the dark purple, and then there was white. This was from their initial launch collection. I don't know much about the owner, Sincerely Jewels. All I know is that she's like a fashion blogger or something like that. So I don't know a lot about her, but so far my experience with the brand is kind of iffy. Like I said, I really like the caps, and I actually have displayed them on one of my shelves because they just look really cute, but I'll have to give another polish a shot to see how the formula works, because so far with this pink one, I wasn't a huge fan. Alright guys, that's it for the polishes that I wore in the month of April 2022. Please let me know in the comments down below what you guys wore this past month. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!